If you were seeking to take power over the thrones of the earth and build back feudalism again with a modern technocratic twist, how would you go about it? How would you sell the loss of personal freedom, property rights, privacy, and bodily autonomy in exchange for heavy taxation, central control, a total surveillance state, and essentially modern slavery to the public? You would have to win the trust and faith of the people in order to achieve that kind of power and control. You would have to start by taking control of the narrative and the information that people see, hear, and read every day. You would then have to begin inserting your agents and ideologues into key positions within the most sacred and trusted institutions they favor. Like a predator in the wild stalking its prey, you would have to move slow enough that people do not take much notice, but fast enough so as to achieve your aim before you get discovered and exposed. It is my opinion at this stage that the three key institutions that have indeed been captured in this way are: 1. The media.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
CBS Health Watch sponsored by Pfizer.
Anderson Cooper 360. Brought to you by Pfizer.
ABC News Nightline. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Making a difference. Brought to you by Pfizer.
CNN Tonight. Brought to you by Pfizer. Early Start. Brought to you by Pfizer. Friday night on Aaron Burnett Out Front. Brought to you by Pfizer.
This Week with George Stephanopoulos is brought to you by Pfizer.
This weather report brought to you by Pfizer.
Today's countdown to the royal wedding is brought to you by Pfizer.
And now a CBS Sports Update brought to you by Pfizer.
Meet the Press Data Download brought to you by Pfizer.
The church and religion. And because, of course, this would have to be a global operation to achieve such an aim, you could insert all major religious institutions that have influence over the people in this category. But finally, the most important, in my view, is the health and medical industry, which is the focus of this series. Now, why these three specifically, you ask? Because all three are both consciously and subconsciously associated with our survival. You need to cover the three major areas of human concern. Information management, which is linked to our ability to navigate our reality, which directly links to our natural ability to survive in the wild based on having to accurately assess the terrain around us. And in the survival sense, a bad reading of the information one gathers from the environment around him could result in death or debilitating injury. So control over this sphere is essential. Religion, which in most people's minds is linked to their survival in the afterlife, so control of this domain is key because you can control people in this life by wielding the alleged power to save their souls in the afterlife. And this, of course, is a technique which has been used for centuries to to control the masses. You would need to control the health and medical industry, which is very much linked to our physical and psychological survival in this life. This domain of control is one of the most important for what I feel are quite obvious reasons. This is not a difficult domain to control because most people will happily grant you their blind faith in hopes that this faith will ensure safety, health, and long-term survival. It is in these three spheres that you take a sort of parental control over the minds of your desired subjects. In a nutshell, if you want power over land, resources, and the wealth of nations, you need to first control the people who inhabit that land and who hold that wealth and who control those nations. If you want power over people, you must win their trust and their favor. And if you want to win their trust and their favor, you must hide behind what they already trust and favor.
Turning our attention, Rachel, to young Hollywood and the vaccine.
Oh.
All right, look at this sexy shot. Sophie and Joe.
They look great.
Yeah, they're vaxxed up. We have, let's see, next up, a young and vibrant television host.
Wait a minute.
Here.
Wait a minute.
That's getting his vaccine. I don't know who that is. Very young, though.
Wait. I thought we were doing a young Hollywood segment.
Wow, is that legal? Okay. And finally, the very talented Britney Spears and Sam Asghari, her boyfriend.
It was nothing. I felt nothing. I'm fine, and I hope I continue to stay fine. I'm fine.
Fine, and hoping she continues to stay fine.